Okay, I love this question. So Stephanie Hathaway, hi Stephanie, she's on Google+. Addressing, do you have any questions for the panel? Do you have any questions for us? Michelle?
I always want candidates to say yes, because it's quite an interesting challenge for the panel. All day of doing interviews can be quite tiring, so I do like to be challenged, but also to me it demonstrates that they have carried out research, they've prepared for the interviews. There's the general technical questions such as when I hear the outcome of the interview, which are pretty standard ones, but I'm more interested in ones which show they understand about the organisation and they want to learn more about where we think the future of the organisation is going. And the good candidates then pick up on that and demonstrate how they demonstrate something else to show why we should be recruiting them.
What do you think about the salary question? Nadine, somebody asked me this earlier. Should we ask about salary? I personally think not at this stage.
I agree. I wouldn't at this stage at all, no.
Yeah. And Paul, what question do you like to be asked at the end of an interview?
I always like to be asked at least one question. Try and think of one if you can. Obviously, if everything's been covered and you're going to just make up a silly question, then don't. But it's nice to be asked at least one question. And again, just not the mundane stuff. I mean, I have been asked things like, will I get a choice of office and stuff like that, which doesn't go down terribly well. No.
And if you're stuck for a question, guys watching, like I said earlier, a great question is, what do you love most about working here? You clearly enjoy your job. You clearly enjoy your role. You're clearly passionate. What is it that drives you? Why did you want to come here? What do you think, Sarah? Yeah. What question do you like to be asked?
I think, if you really, really are stuck for a question, as Paul says, don't just ask a question for the sake of it. If your mind goes blank and you really can't think of anything, it's not a good thing to end with no questions at all. But you could say, well, I did have some questions, but they've all been answered during the interview, which is better than saying, no, I don't have any questions. But I would also say, don't ask too many, because I sat on an interview panel where somebody's got out a list. And, we've got the next candidate coming and, we were a bit worried that it was going to take a bit of time. So, I think one good question at the end is great.
Did you have something to just add on that, Paul?
Yeah, just going to come back in there and say kind of questions like, we'll turn it around. So how can you support me? I'm really keen to want to learn. I want to progress in my career and my research. So what kind of support might I receive, or things ranging from what kind of activities does the department get involved with, and that kind of thing. So you can also flip it round. Again, you're demonstrating that you're keen and you're just wanting to know and make sure that the team there is supportive. And people would like to answer that kind of question, actually, to demonstrate that they do care and they will mentor you as well.
What about, did you have something to add to that, Nadine?
Yes, I think people are looking for people that are energetic, that they're going to be proactive within the university as a whole. So maybe thinking about, are there potential for collaborations outside of the department with people in the faculty? Support for research, bid writing. So especially if you're at an early stage in your career, what are the things that you really need to develop, and what support might be in the university to help you?
And a great question to ask as well is, what are either the challenges or opportunities over the next 5 years? And that's within the department. And that's a great question for you guys to ask, because what you can do is you can actually already identify these and sort of, do some work on what you think those are going to be, so that when they come up with these challenges or these opportunities, you've got some information there where you can come in and actually you have now positioned yourself as part of that organisation over the next 5 years. So you can almost sort of give solutions, and during that very intellectual conversation, which is not an interview now because it's two people having a commercial conversation, you can now maybe come in with ideas and stuff, and you're helping position yourself in that team, certainly in the mind of the interviewer, for the next 5 years. So that's always a good question to ask. Now,